He was just taking the dog out, actually. And I just all running around naked.
So, first of all, how have you been? I feel like it's been ages since we've caught up, and you have been so busy. I mean, you've been rubbing like shoulders with Caleb Cooper, and
Yeah, it has been busy. I saw.
It must have been at least a year. No, well, you know what? I don't even think it was in person. I think the last time was over a call. I think the last time I was here was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, last time you were here. Yeah, when you were here, because we were making hay.
Yes.
Drove Big Blue.
I did.
I see you cheated on Big Blue.
No. I tried. I tried. And I mean, that wouldn't stand up really, would it?
Be proud about it on the old Instagram, won't you? So, that's fine, whatever,
Yeah.
Fine, drive what you want.
I tried it. It didn't have the same.
No, nothing.
No, it doesn't. No.
We've been busy. I don't really know what we've been doing. Trying to stay alive, trying to keep 3 children alive.
Yeah.
Trying to run 3 businesses with Annie. And dealing with some shoddy politics on top.
Yeah, well, we will dive into that a little bit. Not too much, but we will just... Well, what we will start with is what you're good at, and that's the weather. So...
That is my specialist subject.
I'd say it's been a more normal kind of autumn, if there's even... Well...
No, Lizzie, I don't know what you've been living. It has been the wettest autumn I have ever known. And we have had some wet autumns.
Yeah.
It was catastrophic.
Okay, well, or how have you been in terms of like establishment? No? Not good?
No, like the wettest winter ever. It started in September.
I'm telling you.
We've had 80% of our annual rainfall from September through to flipping February.
I'll just stop now.
You should.
Yeah,
you should
stop.
Just because you're like north and I don't know, like in the west, it's been real wet. However, it's lovely and dry now. It's been lovely and sunny. So,
yeah, so you're getting Big Blue out?
Big Blue has been out busy drilling all the stuff that I failed to do or dive in the autumn. So no, weather's been crap. But that's fine.
Yeah.
It keeps my content flowing, doesn't it?
I mean, it does.
Weather. What else would I flow?
What would you talk about? In terms of arable then? I mean, I'm a cow girl. I've seen cows today, that's where my heart is. But when it comes to crops, what are you doing this year? What's the plan?
Plan is to try and be successful in growing the 5 crops that we do, which is wheat, barley, oilseed rape, sugar beet, and beans. The barley is the most important, which we're planting at the moment. It's obviously for beer, and to get through this next year, we're going to need more beer than anything else, frankly.
Yeah.
Just cropping wise, we're pretty similar to what we've always been. Oilseed rape is terrible, which is a shame because last year it was pucker. The wheat looks okay. We managed to mould most of it in. Barley's running really nicely. Sugar beet will be going in next couple of weeks. Might have something very exciting coming. I can't say anything.
Do I not get a skip? When is this like going to be?
Hopefully by the end of the month.
Because this will be out in April.
Okay. Well.
And I won't put it out if you text me and say don't. I'm
hoping. Well, I think I've like a robot coming to plant the seed or the sugar.
No. Okay, how does that work?
Solar powered. It's called a Farm Droid. You might have seen it at some of the shows you've been to.
Yeah.
Looks like 4 giant solar panels driving around. Solar panelled. So it's entirely solar powered. It plants each individual sugar beet seed, and it knows exactly with GPS or with a little laser where each seed's gone, and then it homes in between them. So it's going to eliminate all of our herbicides on the sugar beet, which would be great. I think it has got spot spray, which you can do fungicides as well, but I'm not sure whether they get that. So basically, it plants everything, and then you move it over by 15 centimeters, 30 centimeters, and it hoes everything. It's blind. And it just does it all solar powered, and you just leave it to it.
That is crazy.
I'm so excited. And if you can't release this because they haven't brought it over, I'm going to be so sad. So sad. But yeah.
Well, fingers crossed.
Machine, it's cool. They're a bit worried about the hills. So yeah.
I'm excited. It's like a new toy, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. And I haven't had to pay for it. So that's even.
Oh my God. Like, I'm not
getting it. I'm no Tom Pemberton. But I am. Yeah, having it on there like a
nice. Yeah.
I really hope it turns out, because otherwise it happens.
Well, I'm excited.
So yes, that's exciting. That has literally been the only thing that's kept me going through this winter, I think, is the fact that I might have a robot to play with.
They're so cool though. Like, I've never thought about it. You think you know, I mean, obviously, I've been in farming now for 7 years.
Well, totally.
It's quite a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just so many innovations out there, so many like different robotics that are just being, well, transformed all of the time.
Yeah, and and with AI and stuff, the improvements in that, it's going to be massive.
Mm.
I don't think all of it's going to be brilliant, but yeah, just the idea of the fact that we're just going to set it up, and it'll take some setting up, but I'll just be there. And the worst thing is that so we've had a robot mower now for 8 years, 9 years. First year, you literally just sit there watching it, going, "Why is it missed that bit? Why is it missed?" And then it hasn't actually missed any of it.
Yeah.
And I know when this robot turns up, you're just thinking, when the
Yeah.
reality of the robot is that you get to do what
You're supposed to, you know, save some, yeah, absolutely. Save on labour time, go elsewhere.
So yeah, yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah,
You need to do a video on that. We need to see it working.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really spouting with that because I'm
I expect to see your face all over social media.
also like from an agronomy point of view, like every time. So sugar beets are really somebody wants to describe agronomist wants to describe it as like sugar beet is the crop that you try to kill the most in the first 5 weeks because all the weeds will outcompete it because it's not very competitive. So every time you spray a herbicide, you're obviously hitting the sugar beet as well, which is knocking it. So in theory, there should be a yield benefit because you're not actually herbiciding the beet. So
That makes sense.
yeah, I'm so excited.
This is exciting. Exciting. Okay. Well, I want to move away a little bit from the kind of farming side and talk more about the diversification side. So diversification is, in simple terms, where you have a farming business, you do something in parallel, another business in parallel to offset income, etc., etc. So, in your terms, what does diversification mean to you, and what have you got into?
Wow, we're in one of my diversifications now because you've kindly booked to stay in our glamping pod, Snipe Snug, named after my late little spaniel. So diversification for us is, I suppose, a way to maximize another area of the farm. For me, it's not a sort of supplementary income, I guess. I didn't want to prop up the farm by diversifying. I want to diversify because we wanted to, and we want to make a success of it. And I guess COVID was a big thing for that. Like, we're very lucky in Herefordshire that where we are sat tonight, you've got a beautiful view over the Wye Valley, and we'd already built one of our glamping pods 2019 to open on the 26th of March 2020, which obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we sat up there in our bubble on our first diversification, which is called Bertha's Box. She's a horse lorry that we converted. And you're like, oh, it's quite nice, this, isn't it? And actually, you then start to appreciate, and as you get older as well, don't you? You start to appreciate the intrinsic value of what you have as opposed to just, as a farmer, I see land, I see acres, I see what I can grow on those acres. I'm an arable farmer by trade, really. I have had some livestock in the past to try and avoid it if I can. But like, I see an acre and I know what I can produce from that. But where we are, we're so lucky that we've got the Wye Valley, we've got the Forest Dean, we've got the Brecon Beacons. Like, from here, you can be a lot of places in an hour, and that makes it a very attractive place for people to come and stay.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we've got a lovely view. So it's been sort of, I suppose, maximising that. Really enjoy having people on the farm as well. That's something that we all have enjoyed. Dan was a bit sceptical about it in the past, but actually he loves it. Like, you'll find him, the mule just parked and he'll be chewing the ear off some of the guests. I'm like, Dan, are they happy to speak to? Oh yeah, no, they want to know all about what you're up to.
Aww.
So yeah, so glamping has been our big diversification. We started with equestrian. My wife Annie, she's a riding instructor. So first thing when she got married, moved in, we set up an equestrian facility for her to teach out of. She's brilliant at what she does. And again, it was sort of our first eye-opening experience in actually making money out of her talent, I guess, is a better way than trying to grow crops in crap climate.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's really nice. It's lovely to have people stay. It's lovely now that we've been running for this will be our 6th season. We've added more along the way. So did Bertha's Box first in 2020, and then we did Shepherd's View, which is 2 shepherd's huts in 2021, and then we added this last year, and we put the dreaded hot tub in.
Oh my gosh, the hot tub for the past 2 nights has been a dream. Like, I have relaxed so much, and it's just, it adds that little extra value, you know?
It does, and actually it's very obvious how much
Does it make a difference?
Massive booking wise. It's
Yeah.
huge. It's huge. So the snug is the most expensive one we have. It's a 3-night minimum stay on the snug. The others two are 2-night minimum stays. They're cheaper. However, this place books more than anything else. So we've actually just bought a second-hand hot tub.
Have you?
In the Shepherd's View. Yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to put a hot tub in Shepherd's View as well. I've been reluctant to do them because they're a real pain in the ass as a holiday let owner.
Like for maintenance and things.
Yeah, because you have to empty them. So every stay, you have to empty them. New water, obviously reheat the water, which is it's just quite an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
But it brings bookings in, and it's something that Airbnb always email you sort of like their stats every year, and the most selected filter on Airbnb is hot.
Well, that's what I do. Every time I look for like a staycation in the UK, it has to have a hot tub or something similar.
Yeah,
because
we thought about like an outdoor bath for Shepherd's.
See, that I'd do as well. I've booked with the outdoor bath, but hot tub just has that little extra.
Yeah, and it's really funny, isn't it? It's like Bertha, because she is a horse lorry. She's and the bathroom is in a horse trailer.
See, that's its like USP though. Like it's just got that kind of added.
So she's really quirky. Families love it because the kids sleep over the cab. And the parents are down on the sofa bed. But like from a comfort point of view, the snug is no nicer than Shepherd's View. However, the hot tub is the difference.
Massive difference.
And so we're going to put a hot tub in. They are faff to look after, but yeah, they bring bookings in. Like at the end of the day, without bookings, I haven't got a business. So
yeah, I mean, I like how they're all different, to be honest, because I think you find sometimes, and don't get me wrong, it works for other people. They have like the same kind of pod set up.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I feel like it just adds a little. If you come back, you can try something different. And I love Snipe Snug because I love this huge, for anybody listening, we are sat kind of in the open plan kitchen, living room, bedroom, and there is just this huge window door that looks out onto the view, and it's just that on a morning to just sit here. And
the only thing I change about Snipe, we love Snipe Snug as well, and we just happen, the guys that build them are just at the M50, so like 5-6 miles.
Oh, really local then? Yeah.
This one built as their demo. So we just happened to be in the right place at the right time, which was great. The only thing I would change is that, and they have actually changed the design, is I'd swing the bathroom through 90 and have the bedroom in tucked in behind. So you have a bit more like privacy. And my old man's been like, you've got to put a wall in there. But actually, obviously here, you're so private, no one sees you apart from the horse anyway, and you can put curtains. But yeah, I think that configuration works out because then you have like a little L-shaped kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we do another one, that would be the only thing I'd change. But no, it is lovely. And it's just, I've always wanted us to be, I don't want us to be like a glamp site. And glamp site, that again, no criticism to them. Like what they do is great. Like you see them, the pod after pod after pod. People love it because you know what you're getting, and it works really, really well. But I've always wanted us to be more of like a farm stay, like I said, something a little bit different, so that you can, when people are scrolling through Airbnb and you see Bertha's Box, Snipe Snug, Shepherd's View, they're all coming up together, and you go, let's have a look at all three. Okay, I am a family of 5.
And it fits, yeah.
We're a family of 4. Our kids love. We're campers, and actually we could just don't want to put a tent up because it might be a bit wet. Bertha, great.
Absolutely.
We're a family that normally stay in a hotel. Shepherd's View, like everything just fits a different part, and that's what we're trying to do. I want to be a farm stay as opposed to a glamping site.
I also think your like character and personality comes through because they are just like individual, they're unique. They've got kind of something different about them, and you're a very bubbly character, I would say. You know.
And I do, and like one of the photos in here, like I always use like drone shots. So I love taking photos, as you know, and like the drones, especially here, like with the drone photos that we've got here, they're all looking at the view that you're looking at. Yeah, which I think is quite nice. I've stuck a chucker tractor in them because I can't help myself. But
you couldn't help but have big blue.
It's lovely, and I love meeting people when they come to see the farm. I love, especially like families. It's great.
Yeah,
like, seeing kids on farm. And like you just drive past the track and you just see kids like run out and things onto the decking to like wave at you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Like, as a dad, obviously a dad of young kids. Like, that's what.
Like if I had children, I would bring them here. I mean, I don't. I have Willow, and she's.
And I've seen her already. She has been prowling like Simba on Pride Rock.
Yeah.
She's on that decking, just making sure.
She just goes out there in the morning and she just sits, and I'm like, what is she looking at? And she's just watching the horses or the birds.
So on her face.
She's like. I'm pausing. I am pausing.
Queen
Willow.
No, it's good. It's good. It is. It's a nice way to, make some money. And like, at the end of the day, it's a business, so it's got to work, and it's got to wipe its face. And it is at the moment. The glamping boom of the COVID era has stopped, so now we have to work a bit harder. Like putting
I think that's a fair point. Yes, and I mean there must be some challenging parts of diversification. You've mentioned the hot tub and the maintenance on that. Is there anything else that's been quite difficult?
Not really. I suppose it's the hardest part for stuff here is our own head, or my own head, I guess. So where we are now, it's beautiful, it's idyllic, like with it close. But the dual carriageway is 150 yards away, 200 meters away. I notice it every single day, and I only ever hear it when it's stopped, because I've been here my whole life, and it's sort of the thing that has always prevented me from doing things, because I'm like, oh, no one's going to want to stay, no one's going to want to stay. We've been open for 6 years, and we've had one person mention it in the 6 years that we've been here. And we put it in the Airbnb listing. It says,
I saw that.
The A40 is very close. It's not enough to ruin a stay, but it's
worth a mention.
Because I want to mention it. No one notices. No one notices. It's only my brain doing that.
You're almost tuned to it though. Like I've come here and I'm like, so peaceful. It's so chill. You know.
So if you don't, it doesn't bother people, but in my head it bothered people. So there's those sort of issues. There's the biggest problem we have is that we've managed to create 2 diversifications. One is an equestrian, one is a glamping business. The core farming business is busiest time is between July and September.
I guess you get a lot of people stay during that time.
Equestrian facilities, busiest time is between July and September because it's school holidays. The glamping is busiest between July and September. So what we've done is just created more work in the same intense period of time, but not created a business that's big enough to employ anybody full time. So that is I guess that's the juggle is real. But man, if you can juggle 3 kids under 5, then you can juggle businesses. So it's that's it. But it's having firstly Annie obviously on board. We've got Becky, who's our cleaning lady, who is just mega, just fits stuff in.
Makes a difference.
Oh, she's reliable, she's very good, and she just fits stuff in with a ridiculously positive attitude. Like, she's a busy lady, and yet still she's here when we need her to be here. And then Mum and Dad like to help. Dad help with the old maintenance bits and bobs, electrical stuff.
Nice.
Mum does the mowing, so it's a proper family, all hands to the pump, especially in the summer. But it has its challenges. And actually, weirdly, guests are probably the least challenging. Most 95% of people are amazing. 5% are a bit. So you get the odd.
I think you're always going to get that though. If you've got anything where the public are involved, you're always going to. If you're in hospitality, it's never going to be 100%.
And it's weird how so we use Airbnb mostly, but we've also got the 2 smaller ones on Booking.com just to fill some extra nights. And the difference between people from Airbnb and people from Booking.
Really?
Noticeable.
Really?
Booking.com is, so if I don't know about you, but if I'm going to use Booking.com, I'm basically looking for a hotel for tomorrow because I haven't worked out where the hell I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm using Airbnb, I'm planning a long weekend somewhere, or I'm
actually the same. Yeah.
So your Booking.comers are hotelers that are like, oh, this looks nice. And it's actually cheaper than a hotel. So let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
But we had one, it wasn't a complaint, but in a review, it was like, it would have been nice to have milk in sachets, not in a glass bottle. And you're like,
no, the glass bottle was like such a lovely touch. I was like, I'm on a farm and it's in a little glass bottle. Yeah. Sachet, no. Stay in a hotel if you're looking for that.
So Airbnb is the dream, and obviously now within 6 years we get a lot of repeaters, which is even better. That's great. We've got a guy from Cambridge that comes, a family from Cambridge, and when he first came here, I'll never forget it, because I was driving along in a tractor, and this guy was climbing over a gate with a bike, and I was like, weird. Anyway, opened the door. I was like, "You're right." He's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm staying with you. Is it Bertha's Box?" I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, Bertha's Box." Anyway, I was like, "Oh, how far have you come?" He's like, "Cambridge." I was like, "Cambridge is like 200 miles away." He's like, "Oh yeah, we stopped in the Cotswolds overnight." He's like, "Cotswolds are hilly, aren't they?" I was like, "You live in Cambridge, don't you?" Anyway, bless him. They've been coming now 3 years in a row, and every time he drives in, he goes, "Don't know what it is about this place, Alistair, but..." And I drive in through that gate, I feel like a whole weight lifts off my shoulders.
Oh, how nice is that?
Can I frame that? Can I put that on every review? So that's what it's about, and that's what we really enjoy doing. And it's lovely to have people here.
Well, I know we mentioned it a little bit earlier about kind of like political side of things, and sometimes there is a lot of media attention, I guess, on the political side of diversification. So sometimes you can find that farmers are put off diversifying before they've even started because of things like red tape. So how have you found the process of getting where you are today in terms of that? Have you had any setbacks?
Yeah, so red tape is always, whether that be planning constraints, whether that be landlord's permission, whether that be, I don't know, whatever else it can be. And also that sort of, it can also be a bit of a problem with family members as well, especially on family farms. Like if they're not involved, you've got to have people, like, as I've just said previously, like without the family unit here,
They've got to buy into it as
doesn't
well,
work.
right?
Like the glamping does not work without all of us
Yeah.
buying in, because we're all needed in our own little areas. Actually, I've got the easy job because I just write messages to people being like, hey, stay for booking, come and stay.
I mean, to be fair,
friendly.
ironically, you forgot to send that message to me.
Oh, well, yeah, because
Where am I going?
up on my Airbnb. You knew where you were coming to. We did tours of the whole.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, but do I just let myself in?
Yeah, let yourself in. So yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
With all diversification, with all projects on farm, you've got to have people that buy in.
Yeah.
If they don't buy in, get rid of them. Unless it's family.
Unless it's a family member.
At the moment. So yeah, it's just yeah, there's a few boxes to tick, and you need people that are doers, and also you need people that say yes. Yes, men, I think is the phrase.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, you've always, and this is like really off the kind of route here, but you've always reminded me a bit of Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Before I went through my COVID stage. I still got it in my highlights on my Instagram when I did lockdown locks, which was terrible haircuts because obviously you couldn't get a haircut.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a few Ace Ventura-esque ones. The mask came up.
Yeah.
I had like really big long hair. My face has the same sort of like jowls as Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
But
and you're
not
quite
as
expressive. You are
Yeah,
quite
I'm
expressive.
quite facially
Yeah.
expressive.
Yeah.
I over exaggerate.
But yeah, you just reminded me of that. Is he in Yes Man as a film? That was why I made the connection.
I don't know.
It wasn't just me being like,
I haven't watched it.
brother. Well, anyway, yes, you do need people who say yes and go with
You
it.
need people, yeah, you need yes men and yes women.
Yeah.
And people that are positive and back your stupid ideas.
Yeah, because I guess a lot of farmers sometimes think it's a lot of effort to diversify for sometimes the reward that you get out of it. And I think a question that I'd say to you now is, if you'd have known then what you know now, would you still pick kind of the staycation as a diversification route?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you?
Yeah, yeah. It's something that we've really enjoyed doing. It's been stressful at times and it's expensive, and that's the hardest part, I suppose, from a business point of view, is that, I don't know, in round figures, you change a tractor, it costs you 50 grand. You finance it over 3-5 years, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all finance, it's fine. You buy a glamping point, it costs you 50 grand. Financing it is more difficult because it is. And also, like, you're not as an established business as the farm. So we've separated the businesses out because I want to be able to see that every business is wiping its face.
Yeah.
But the glamping pod will probably say pay itself back in 2 to 3 years. Tractor will never pay me back, ever.
Yeah.
I can work out what it's going to cost me to own. I can work out that I need it. I can't farm the farm without it. But the return on investment on a tractor is poor, really poor. Yeah, however, I will not even or about changing a tractor every 6 years or 8 years, or whatever it is we're changing them. But I will sit there with Annie looking at spreadsheets going, bloody hell, 50 grand to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you project, obviously, what the glamping has been earning you. And you go, oh, well, actually, it's fallen since 2020 and 2021. We had amazing years because COVID.
Yeah.
And you're like, so actually, we're going to buy another one, but our income's falling because people are going elsewhere. And then you still look at it and you go, actually, even if we project forward and we reduce our income by 10%, it's still pay back in 5 years. And that's still good. So but that's the harder part of it, because we financed that out of our own pockets. We haven't borrowed anything. But actually now, if we want to do another one, we've got 5 years worth of accounts to prove we're a profitable business. So we probably could borrow if we wanted to. But we're at the stage now where we've exhausted all of our savings. So let's make a little bit more money back again.
Yeah. And I guess, the farming kind of sphere at the minute in space has been challenged by whiplash changes in agricultural policy, don't worry, we're not going to get too deep into this.
Much changes. I like.
Thanks, yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, trying. I was going to say, do you think diversification on farm allows you to kind of overcome some of the stresses? But if you have your businesses separate, do you think it's perhaps for other people then, to help with kind of financial pressures and things like that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Which is very.
No, that just means tell me more.
Yeah. So I don't believe you should be diversifying to sustain a farming business. That's my view on it. My view is you should be diversifying because you want to.
Yeah.
And absolutely that might bring more profitability to you as an entity, but the farming business has to wipe its face, has to be an entity. We can't do any of this without the farm.
Yeah.
So we rent the farm. If we lose the farm, we can't do this. So the farm has to be profitable. The diversifications, in my view, are only good if you believe in them and you want to do them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, if you're doing it because, I don't know, an advisor has come in and told you that you should, but you don't buy into it and you don't believe it, you're not going to do it well, then suddenly you get a bad return from it or a bad year in it, and then you go, well, I shouldn't have bloody done this anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where I think that some people would fail, I guess. I could have done this with all the joy in the world and still been a failure, but we wanted to do it. So I could have put these in and done it. And worst case scenario, cranes would come and lift these out and I could sell them. So we'd make something back. Fine. But diversifying for me is something that's exciting. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's got to be fun. If I had a farm, I'd be going, what can I do with this? What do I want to do? What's exciting?
Yeah, what we want to do. And also, like, I suppose it's almost our way of, it's my way of doing something different to Dad, I guess. Like,
yeah.
And having his whole support in it is amazing. But like, you always want to come back. If you're coming back to a farm, and I was very lucky to do that. I took over at 25 in principle. Like, Mum and Dad still aren't retired now, but like, you want to make a difference. You want to do something different. You don't want to, but also like, you want to, like, my old man ran this farm for 40 odd years. Like, and the farm, and like, obviously you're talking about political circumstances at the moment, like in those 40 years, it has been
a roller
and we're
coaster.
still here.
Yeah.
And we're still, and with the opportunities that me and my sisters have had have been amazing. So that's what you want to achieve and that's what you want to do. But you do want to do something slightly different. And
yeah,
like, he would never have thought about diversifying 25 years ago because he didn't need to, because farming was still a profitable business. Farming then for here had like three full-time employees. Like, that's the way that things have changed. So, yeah, absolutely. Yes and no. I think if you're going to diversify, do it because you want to. Do it because you want to make more money, because you want another business, but don't do it to supplement your initial business.
Good advice. I'm going to ask you another. It is good advice. It is. So I'm going to ask you another question, and you can totally not answer this because I was going to ask you before. But anyway, couldn't help but notice big boat on farm. Are you going to do anything with that?
So the big boat.
We can cut it.
Boat is fine. Boat is fine. So the boat was not knee-jerk. So we had Shepherd's View and we had a berth there. We wanted to do another one. We've got a lovely lake down. I don't know if you've walked to it at all, but we've got a lovely lake down the bottom. And always thought about doing something there. Want to put a boat on the lake. We thought when we ummed and ahhed about it for ages, like, get a canal boat, stick it in the middle, as a glamping thing. Anyway, never did it. And I was in our local hydraulic shop 18 months ago now with a bent sprayer ram, in a particularly bad mood, so I just bent my sprayer ram. And Tim, who owns said boat, was like, "Hi, Ali, do you want my boat?" And I said,
"You're like, yeah, why not?"
I don't know. I know you've got a boat, but I don't know what it looks like. So, long story short, Dad and I went and had a look, and I took Annie and had a look, and we were like, this boat would be an amazing glamping pod. So, what I should have done at that point in time, I should have then gone to my landlord and said, "So, funny story. How do you feel about me putting a giant white boat in your farm?" And they would have said, "I'm going to lie to you, Ali, we don't like it. In fact, we hate it. So, no, probably not." And then I would have gone, "Sorry, Tim, I can't have your boat because I've got nowhere to put it." That's not what I did. What I did was like, "Yeah, absolutely, love it." So then very quickly, Tim arranged a crane and a trailer and the boat arrived.
Yeah.
It does fit up the lane. It's 3.8 meters wide, and it does fit up the lane. And we were ummed and ahed about it. We were going to start work on it, and we've always had a bit of a, I'll get in trouble for this, but ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
See, I was about to say, my dad has always told me, better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
My wife, it was my dad's one piece of advice with my wife as well. Always ask for forgiveness rather than permission. So anyway, we've always had the sort of policy with the Dutchie, unless it's like major, like we'll just get on with stuff, and as long as we know that we're not detrimental to them, fine.
Yeah.
And this was obviously going to cost us quite a lot of money to do. We were working it was going to be like 40,000 to do the boat. And we're just ummed and ahed, and we were going to do exactly the same thing. Like, stick it all in. We're going to bury it in. The decking was going to be out over the leg. There was going to be a hot tub, wood-fired hot tub down.
Oh, wow.
It was going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It would still to this day be really cool. And we just then, we ummed and ahed, and we're about to start, and we thought, and then we had the long conversation in the office that was like, we better ask.
Yeah.
And
they said no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. And I feel like I've really should not have asked you about this.
No, it's fine. And it's actually, so in the end,
a learning curve.
Stuck instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Actually, this field where everything is in is the only field that we own. So for us, it works out better.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I need to get rid of the boat. 'Cause actually, the boat arrived in September 2023.
Yeah.
The weather turned to crap in about September 2023. So I'm blaming the boat. So
you now need to get rid of it.
Need to.
So what, like Facebook Marketplace or something?
Yeah, of course. Fine. Yeah.
Fair. Cool. Okay. So what's next for the farm? What's the future look like?
Oh, what does the future look like? I try not to think too much about the future at the moment, just because.
What are you excited about then in terms of like new hot tub? Are you going to be expanding anymore?
Yeah, so no, we're excited about farming. Is really hard to be excited about at the moment, if I'm completely honest. A few days of sunshine has made my mood significantly higher than it had been. For us, the weather's been crap. Prices are dropping like a stone. The government have been knee-jerk. And pretty terrible in everything that they've done so far. So it's kind of a triple whammy for us. And I'm fairly positive. I'd say I'm pretty positive. And it's been a struggle to stay positive.
Yeah, that must be quite hard to navigate and take its toll.
Yeah, and I guess it's not harder because that belittles everything else. I don't mean harder, but when you're used to being positive and then suddenly you're feeling, and I'm very lucky I don't have mental health stuff, but that's fine. My brain's too finicky for that. But, and you start going, oh, actually I feel a bit shit about this. And you're like, oh, pass. And then actually a few sunny days and like this seasonal affective disorder stuff, never really bought into it. But I tell you what, Annie is completely solar powered and is the first to admit it. Like a day, she's like a lizard, like a day of sunshine, and you can just see her mood.
But it does make a difference.
Oh, huge difference.
It does make a difference.
And we've had now 2 weeks of dry weather, which is the first time since September.
Yeah.
And I feel a world different to how I did before. So, so the farm's hard to be excited about at the moment, I guess, just for everything, and it's just so uncertain at the moment. Like obviously, the inheritance tax stuff is irrelevant. It will stay clear of heavy politics for me because we don't own enough. It's a terrible policy. It needs reviewing. Everything else, but for me, it's almost irrelevant because the farm. The SFI stuff that came out last week, massive. Yeah, that was something that I was not banking on, but we were really looking at that as part of our future plan for this farm, especially with the floodplain and stuff. It ties in beautifully. It's a really good scheme that has been worked on for a long time by a lot of very intelligent people. And actually, it's not perfect.
And it's what you said on your story. It didn't kind of have that notice period.
No, and that's something that I think somebody with more money and time than me is going to have to challenge, because I can't see how you can write in a big bold letters, if we have to close the applications, we will give you 6 weeks notice.
Yeah.
And then I can understand stopping it for anyone that hasn't started the application process. Fine. I get old Zyke that came on and was like, we had to do it now, because if we said that we were going to do it in 6 weeks, we would have a raft of applications. Fine. Get that. I don't understand how you can put something in writing, which I've got a screenshot of even the morning after the announcement, a lot of other people have, where it says in letters, we will give you 6 weeks notice.
Yeah.
If that was me and I'd written that in a contract and then I closed it overnight, I would be taken to the cleaners.
Yeah.
So it's going to take somebody like the NFU or somebody like the CLA with cash and backing, but there has to be a legal challenge in there somewhere. I don't know anything about more, and I certainly don't have the finances to do it on my own. But it's just really disappointing because it is a good scheme and it's something that we have. The way that we are converting our farming sustainable farming stuff is it really just ties in nicely with the scheme. So so that's disappointing. So yeah, I don't know whether we might do some more glamping. We might do some more glamping. We're learning our craft now.
Yeah.
We know that people are here to either you get two types of guests, I suppose. You get the guests that are using it as a base and exploring the amazing things that are around here, or you get guests that are literally coming here to chill the hell out.
Yeah.
And they bed in, they've got their shopping, they fill their fridge up, they get takeaways, and they don't leave.
Yeah.
And they literally just unwind. And you don't really get like a halfway house. They're either in and out down to the Forest of Dean or cycling.
Yeah.
Or they have bedded in. So
that's the beauty of it. You can do both.
Yeah, you can do both. And we know what we like, and we sort of like what we know, I guess. And we make everything so we can sleep families. That's because that's what we enjoy, obviously, again, with the young family. And we built this one we got this one because we are now a family of 5. We had nothing that could sleep 5. So, yeah, we've made it 5, not 6, because I think 6 is a party. We had a weird set the other day that were, I can't work out whether they're a bit OnlyFans, but
no. What do you mean? No, you're gonna have to
that's so weird.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
They're fine, and like they left it fine, but so it was when the people that had stayed before,
Yeah.
and I got a message from them being like, "Hi, Ali, just wanted to know what's your music policy?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Well, we don't have a music policy because we are a family and couple retreat, like we're not a party retreat." And when this person had booked, they're a bit weird because they wanted 5 people to stay, 5 adults, which is fine. Like, I've been with friends.
Yeah.
But then messaged and was like, "Oh, can my friends stay in a camper?" And I was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
But 3 years ago, I'd have gone, "Oh, yes, of course."
Yeah.
No problem at all. Whereas now I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
We have set it for 5 because we can, in theory, sleep 6. We set it for 5 because I believe 5 is a family, 6 is a party. That's my.
Yeah.
So I said no. And then anyway, the message, they wanted a few other bits and bobs, and they turned up, and she was nice. I mean, purple tattooed eyebrows, which is a bit weird, but that's fine. Like, people have their own way.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
no problem. Another car turned up, another car turned up. So 3 cars. Anyway, they get this messages from the couple that are staying at Shepherd's Hugh. I was like, "I'm so sorry. We don't have a music policy because we've never had a party before."
Yeah.
But I will message them to turn it down. And I messaged them to turn it down, and to be fair to them,
They did.
down. Fine. Great. So then I came up the next day to the Shepherd's View with a bottle of bubbles, just to be like, "Look, really sorry, didn't really stay." And they'd been before, and they're like, "Oh, come and have a chat." So I had a chat, and they were like, "Yes, so he was just taking the dog out, actually." And they were just all running around naked. And then there's like 2 guys, 3 girls, and they're just all like, they were just in and out of the hot tub, like totally naked, like just scooting around. And I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "Well, I don't really know what they were up to, really. Like, they were, they were just all over." I was like, "I don't know."
No.
I was like, "I didn't see any tribe." He's like, "No, I didn't see it, but it did seem a bit like that." I was,
Oh
"Might
my.
be on someone's only."
Oh no.
So yeah, that's the first time. So I should have beat it. And actually, like, to be fair to them, apart from the noise thing, they left it tidy enough. The hot tub was a bit gross.
I mean, I've been in that. At least it's been cleaned.
It gets cleaned every single day.
All good. All good.
Sparkly. The hot tub was a bit gross, but not like gross, just a bit used by 5 people over 3 days. Like,
I mean, yeah.
So that was a bit weird. That was the first time we ever had anything like that. So
Brilliant.
So yeah, we might do another. We might do another one. We need to save some. We need to earn some more money first because we spent everything on this. But yeah, and also it just I say that obviously it takes a village to run everything. If you put another one in, it does increase the workload.
Yeah.
Mum's already there going, "I'm not mowing another one."
Yeah. As soon as it's up, it'll be fun.
So that's the robot for the sugar beet will be fun. Hopefully we get some nice weather, and I'm struggling to be excited about farming, if I'm completely honest. We got struck like a stone. So farming is probably the bit I'm excited about the least at the moment. But It'll come round. It comes in cycles, as my old man reminds me. Been through worse, so we'll get out the other side of it. Yeah, I think it's it's going to be a challenging 4 years.
Yeah.
But we'll be here in 4 years' time, and they won't. So
I think that's a great place to end the podcast episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right. Otherwise, that's
Do you
going to be
think?
disappointing.
Well, I'll get you back in 4 years and we'll go.
Yeah, I'm back in 4 years, and Ali and his family are now living in the snug because they got kicked out of the farm.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been so good to catch up with you, Ali. I always love catching up with you because I think we just have a laugh. Like, you know, you've got such good energy. You make diversifying sound easy, and although you have clearly had challenges getting here, I mean, it looks great. It's amazing. And you make it look like second nature. So
Thank you very much. That's very nice. It's lovely to see you too. It's lovely, and thank you for coming to stay.
thank you for having me. And Willow.
And
Willow.
Well, she's really the queen, isn't she? So
The queen of Snap Snug.
she can stay where she likes.
Always.